like better than email. And I was like, this is such an old way of doing things and you can't track it. And so that was kind of where the idea started from. I was like, I wonder if I can double down on this. And then the biggest aha moment was I had a buddy who worked for a construction company, and every year they'd give him like all these water bottles, like with the construction company logo on it. And the goal was he was supposed to gift those out for the holidays to like all their subcontractors, but he never would. And so they would just stay in his truck or get in his, his house somewhere. And he's like, I mean to do it, I just forget about it. And I'm like, I wonder how many companies do like holiday gifts and they have no tracking or.
That was Braydan Young, co-founder and chief alliances officer of Sendoso, the leading sending platform. If you want to start a direct mail business and want to know what it takes, this is the show for you. Braydan has more than a decade of experience in business development and initially led the sales team at Sendoso before transitioning to a more people-focused role. So let's get started. Welcome to another episode of the Online Marketing Secrets podcast with Lopaz. So like and share this episode.
Sit back and relax and get ready for another exclusive episode of the Online Marketing Secrets podcast with Lopez.
This episode is sponsored by FindFlightsAndHotels.com. Looking for the perfect summer vacation destination for you and your family? FindFlightsAndHotels.com has got you covered. From tropical beaches to cultural adventures, our brand new travel website is your one-stop shop for booking the unforgettable family vacation you've been dreaming of. Discover amazing deals, top-rated accommodations, and unbeatable flight options all in one place. Say goodbye to stress and hello to endless fun in the sun. Don't miss out on creating cherished memories with your loved ones this summer. Visit FindFlightsAndHotels.com now and start planning the getaway of a lifetime.
So, where you from?
I live in San Francisco. I'm actually across the Golden Gate Bridge, a spot called Marin. So it's like 45 minutes outside the city. So on your way to wine country. So it's a cool spot. I've been here for, I don't know, as I got older and had kids, it was like time to leave the city. It was like, I can't raise kids here. So moved up north, and it's a cool area. It's like in the kind of forest and just kind of it's kind of on the beach, but the beach in Northern California is very like rocky and cold. And so it's not like LA.
Nice. Yeah. So how did you get into I guess I would say the marketing, gifting, business world? Yeah. How'd you get into that?
Yeah. So coming out of college, I went into insurance sales because that was like the only place that would employ me. So I started selling insurance, and it was fine. I mean, like I sold door-to-door insurance, tried like carrier insurance, and then switched over to tech because I was in San Francisco, and being a salesperson there was kind of fun. Jumped around much startups, and then I had this idea to send handwritten notes to people to try to get meetings and to send like coffee gift cards to people. So we built a company called Coffee Sender as our first iteration into like being able to send gift cards to people, and launched as a sales guy. It was a way to make beer money. It was like, let's give it to all of our sales friends and see how it goes. And the first month it took off, it like grew really quick. And so people were like, hey, can I send more than just coffee? I want to send physical things. I want to send other things. So we're like, all right, I guess we should turn this into something that can send it other than just coffee. So renamed it Sendoso, and started figuring out how to warehouse things, started figuring out how to like plug into flower vendors, figured out CRMs, and it's kind of how it grew from there. It was, it's been about 10 years or so. So it's been a lot of gifting. I think we send a lot of gifts a day now. We kind of built like a mini Amazon for the B2B space.
Nice. Yeah, I remember there was a company, and there was a couple companies out like that. This is like, goodness, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There was a couple companies out there like, because I used to do direct sales. Some people say MLM, like marketing, whatever. There was a couple companies out there like that, and there was one company in particular. Man, they used to send anything, brownies, cards, letters, candy. I think they might have went out of business because they were just
Probably.
like
Sending too much stuff out. It's like, how are these guys even making money?
Exactly. So I don't see them around anymore. I think they might have went under because they were spending like wine, liquor, you know. So I'm like, how do they make money?
You're like, I'm not doing business with these guys. They keep sending me stuff. We have a lot of customers who send a lot of stuff out. A lot of wine, a lot of brownies. It's our secret sauce, or our light bulb moment, if you will, was we're like, let's plug this into Salesforce and show like what gifting looks like. And then I don't want another platform to log into, so can I do gifting directly from Salesforce? So that was our light bulb moment. And when we did that, we sold a lot of customers because people were like, yeah, like I'm the sales rep. I know when to send stuff out. My marketing team kind of does that. They can do air cover, but let me have a budget to do direct gifts. So that was kind of how we began. It's been cool. It's been fun to see that thing grow. It's gone quick for sure.
But how did you come up with the idea, and how did you know you could do it?
Sales rep. I can't code, but I like probably just as like a lot of sales reps, I just have blind confidence in it, and I'm like, I can figure this out. So like I watched a lot of YouTube videos on wireframing. My co-founder was also a salesperson, so he also was not technical, and we found a bunch of engineers in Pakistan, and we're like, all right, like these guys are like cheap enough, they can help us build it. We sent them wireframes, they built it, and we learned quickly like what to send them, what not to send them. And so we had like a working MVP thing pretty quickly. Probably cost us like, I don't know, a couple $1,000 of our money. And then when we launched it, we gave it to all of our sales friends for just coffee. It's free. It was like, hey, use this to send out coffee gift cards. And like they got immediate results. They're like, this is way better than sending a cold email. And that was like 2015. So like all the email cadence tools were just becoming big, and no one really was bombarded with email just yet. And so it was kind of the right time. And then COVID happened, which was fantastic for us because everyone went home and everyone was at home, and everyone was like, how do I send stuff to people? Because I want to make them feel like they're still part of the company. I want to like keep my customers happy. And we went from 40 people to 600 through COVID.
Oh, wow.
It was a wild ride because people were just sending out a ton of stuff, and we absorbed conference budgets. So that was a lot of fun. That was if there was one shiny silver lining of COVID, it was my company grew.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool to see that grow like that quickly.
Yeah. So do you think, because I've heard people say being in the Bay Area there's an advantage. Is that so?
I think so, but I live here. I pay the sunshine tax to live out in the Bay Area. There's the nice part, and like I don't think you need to be in the Bay Area to start a company, but like I think there's a certain underlining like thing here of where if you're looking for someone to help with something, you're kind of willing to help. Like there's I'm working on another company right now, and like someone came to me with the idea, and I'm in the Bay Area. I love it. I love the new building stage. And I just think that's not only a Bay Area thing. I just think that we tend to go for it more because you always know someone who had success in building a company, whoever goes to your kid's school. And so you're like, I could do that too. So maybe that underlines with like a lot of venture capital houses are here. So you can ask them for money to build what you want. They're all in the same area. They're all in Palo Alto.
Yeah. I think it's just environment. It's like most cities in America, it's not. There's companies there and there's people there that with the same mindset, but the city's not built upon like venture capitalists and tech people walking around all the time, even though they might be there. But every city has its own identity. So I can get where you're coming from with that,
Yeah, I think there's like, because that's the industry here, you meet like everyone has a side gig here, like some sort of side project they're coding, working on, trying to figure out how to solve a certain problem. And like, I don't think that that's only independent to the Bay Area. I think everyone has one. I think that the big difference here is that there's so many incubators and things like that were like, go do your side idea, like see if it works. And like, I think that you're encouraged to do that in the Bay Area because you have these friends that are overnight success stories who did well. And you're like, I can freaking do the same thing. And so like, I think that was what inspired me and my co-founder we're like, yeah, we can go do this. Maybe it was blind confidence to go be like, yeah, let's go see if we can build this into something. But I mean, there was tough years there. There's years where we didn't make a dime. I'm glad my wife stuck with me. She's like, I'm getting out of here. Go make some money. So like, I mean, like, there's definitely those conversations that had to happen for sure.
Yeah. Family support. That's critical. Yeah, that's critical. You know. So how did you know in the beginning that direct mail was even a thing? You know, because you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, they just think, hey, the internet, that's what it's all about.
Right.
You know, how'd you know that, hey, there's companies out here that need direct mail? You know, the post office still works.
Yeah, right. Go to your mailbox. Yeah. I sold a software to dentists. It was like a job where I was like a AE, learned how to do like transactional sales there. And we used to do like these like flyers that we drop off at like dental offices, and those would convert really highly, like better than email. And I was like, this is such an old way of doing things that you can't track it. And so that was kind of where the idea started from. I was like, I wonder if I can double down on this. And then the biggest aha moment was I had a buddy who worked for a construction company. And every year they'd give him like all these water bottles, like with the construction company logo on it. And the goal was he was supposed to gift those out during the holidays to like all their subcontractors, but he never would. And so they would just stay in his truck or get in his house somewhere. And he's like, I mean to do it, I just forget about it. And I'm like, I wonder how many companies do like holiday gifts and they have no tracking or success metrics on if these actually worked. And so that was kind of the big moment where I was like, I think I could turn this coffee center thing into more than just sending coffee.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of companies and a lot of people. Like, I give you an example. Like, I just bought this house like a year and a half ago. I haven't heard from the realtor since.
Yes, great example, right? You're like, hope you enjoyed your commission check.
Yeah, it's not, so there's a lot of people, a lot of companies that operate just like that. It's like it'll be like a one-time transaction, and hey, I see you when I see you, if ever.
Yeah. Like imagine like if that person was really good at referrals. Like, saying, hey, thanks, I'm glad everything's going well in the year and a half you've been there. Do you have any other friends that are also looking? Like, you might be like, yeah, I do actually. Like, you meet these guys. Like, that's such an easy thing to automate and ask for, especially as a real estate agent. Like, that's an easy thing to do for sure.
Yeah. And even though, you know, I love email, I use email, you know, but there's a lot of filters online today.
Especially, and more too. Like every week they add more.
Yeah. So even if you send an email out, the person might not even get the email.
Yeah.
So I always thought that it's always good to have put a letter in the mail or something in the mail. You know, that's why I always thought. But you know,
there's this person that uses our system, and I like, this was early on. They would send, because like we do handwritten notes, so we actually have like machines that write handwritten notes, and like they send handwritten notes out to when they lose a deal, and they wait a couple weeks until they're like, hey, we're not going to go with you, we're going to go with your competition. And then they write a letter saying, hey, like, you know, sounds good. Like, hope to connect down the road when you're maybe looking for a new software in a year. And it shows up right when that prospect or that potential customer is in onboarding, and it's painful. And like, they're like, oh, maybe I made the wrong decision. And so they're able to like save accounts with that handwritten note. And like, I've told that story so many times on podcasts, and I've never gotten a handwritten note from somebody. It's such an easy thing to do. Like, to just automate. And like, you don't have to use a platform like us for that. You can send a handwritten note yourself. Like it's very easy to find addresses online.
Yeah, especially today.
Yeah, right.
So I guess in a perfect world, who would be your ideal client to use your service?
Yeah, anyone like so the biggest filter is like anyone who sends gifts for the holidays and they send out, like I said, they spend more than a couple $100 and they're like, yeah, this is great, but they don't push any of it into a CRM. They don't track success metrics, things like that. So we do most of our business with like B2B customers. So if you're selling software, if you're a sales rep or marketing team at those companies, you do great on our platform. We have a motion where you can just do e-gifts, like send Starbucks, DoorDash cards to people. So if you have customers who you talk to on a monthly basis, which we all do, you should have some form of direct mail. And it's so easy, and there's a lot of free platforms out there, including part of ours. You might as well give it a shot and test it out for sure.
Well, it doesn't matter the volume. Well, it could be bulk mail. Doesn't matter.
I mean, like I would say, like you don't even have to use a system like ours to send direct mail. Like you can go to starbucks.com and buy a gift card and like try sending a digital gift card out before a meeting and see how your meeting changes. Or if you go to a conference and you want to send gift cards out to everyone you meet like the next week to be like, hey, I'm sure you're tired trying to get, back above your email inbox. Here's a coffee on me. The whole conversation changes because like you're building reciprocity, which is important.
Yeah. So when you give people countless examples of this and how your services has worked for other people, what do they say?
Usually it's I want to test it, which is fine. I mean, we have a system that does that where you can go and test it, which is, I want to see if this works in my space. I'm like, it does. Like the only reason that like gifting wouldn't work is if your content isn't very good. Like, I don't think you should use gifting for buying meetings. I think that's a bit weird. Like, hey, like I'll give you $100 gift card to Amazon if you take my demo. That's not going to be a good demo. Like maybe 1 out of 10 are good. And like, if you like, but I don't think that that's the best way to use it. I think the best way to use it is where you're using it, maybe not top of funnel, but after your first conversation. Maybe you send gifts to somebody if there's like a life event, they have a kid or something like that. Like that's important too. You're basically just building a relationship. Like I don't think it matters if you're a sales rep using it. Building a relationship with that person you sold, even if you sold the deal, is good because you might jump companies and want to sell them again. So you should.
Yeah, I think because there's a lot of people that try to send gift to the so-called gatekeeper. Because they want to talk to somebody. But I said, I don't really think that's good. Because the stuff they be trying to send, I be like, they're sending food and bottles. I don't know about that. That's
it's true.
It could work, but I don't think that's the best idea.
One of the biggest errors we see is like if someone's doing gifts, like they'll send gifts to like the person that signs the contract of their software solution, but not to the users. And so it's like you gotta send something to your users. Send them a gift card, something simple. It doesn't have to be a super nice piece of swag, but you can do something.
Yeah, that's true. So I definitely think you should never depend on one form of marketing. That's how I was taught.
I totally agree. You gotta have like multiple channels.
Exactly. So if people wanted to use your services, where would they go to?
Yeah, just Sendoso.com. There's a multiple, like you can ask for you can sign up from there. You could also like just ask for a demo if you want to see like the whole depth of the product. I think that like if you haven't done this before, like if you haven't done any sort of gifting before, like I would have you test it out on your own before you go look to buy a product. Like try just buying a Starbucks gift card or a DoorDash gift card and try setting it up before a meeting. If you're meeting around lunchtime, maybe try sending a DoorDash card before, or try sending handwritten notes. And if you're seeing good traction there in your industry, in your space, then go look at platforms. I would say like that's how I would look at it for sure.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. I've done some of this stuff in the past, and I still do it, but I just don't do it on a, massive volume,
Yeah, we do a good amount of it. There's, we send a lot of gifts out, which has been fun to see like so the nice part is like our system can start to recommend gifts because we do such a big volume of it. Be like, hey, here's a good time to send this or etc. Which that's like the AI component in Sendoso.
Yeah. So there you have it. Like, Share this episode. All links will be found in the show notes. Until next time, we are out. Peace.